The other thing is they like to run the ball and be physical, so tackling becomes a premium. Kevin Stefanski talked about that and some extra emphasis on improving tackling and fundamentals at practice this week.
It will be today. We'll do some extra, and you drill fundamentals every single day, and you talk about them, and you drill them, and you watch tape, and I think so much of this game can be distilled down to fundamentals and techniques. So certainly for our defense and for a football team, tackling is a huge part of that. So we can't ever lose sight of that. Yeah, I don't want to overstate it either, but we'll have extra emphasis, put it that way.
Rush here, Kevin, but is it a technique thing or is it like a mental effort thing when it comes to the missed tackles?
Yeah, listen, there's some very good ball carriers, so you are going to miss tackles, but that's where being relentless to the football and having 11 guys running the ball can help that. But it always does go back down to tracking. Ultimately tracking, putting yourself in good position, and then the techniques when you arrive at the ball carrier. Yeah, again, we drill tackling every day, so this is not something new, but we're going to just make a renewed emphasis as a group, some of the different techniques that we need to work on, just sharpen up.
And Tim, he kept getting asked questions about tackling and fundamentals and how you're going to prep. So he has his players' attention. If you're taking notes, tackling has to improve, and the guys in the helmets are the ones that got to go out and do it.
Exactly, and I think I look back at some of the things like maybe Jadeveon Clowney said after Sunday's game that this defense has to look itself in the mirror and understand that they're the ones that have to fix the issue. They're the ones that probably have to go out there and be the ones that they're the ones that have made those mistakes. They're the ones that have given up 440 yards rushing in the last 2 weeks, and that they're the ones who are going to have the chance to really turn things around. And again, like Kevin Stefanski said, I think there comes down to this kind of toughness, I think, when it comes to tackling, because you could be in the right spot, but you have to have strength when you make the tackle. Because if you're just trying to grab them, pull them down, it's not always going to work. You got to be strong in there. And that goes back to what I said earlier, that Greg Newsome was the one guy I saw consistently do that on Sunday. And when your cornerback is the one guy who's consistently doing that, that's a bad omen for the rest of the defense. When you're just when guys have a chance to make the tackle and they're just not strong enough in those efforts to make that play. And in this game against New England, they're going to have to be. They're going to have to be strong at the point of attack, whether it's the line of scrimmage or whether Ramondre Stevenson is coming right at them. They got to be strong, and they got to go full effort on each of those plays, because that's really the only way you're going to turn this around.